Good afternoon. My name is Nicholas Hodges, and today I will be talking about how your Colquitt County Packers are in search of a 6A Region 1 championship and a 6A GHSA state championship. With the Packers coming out of a little old town in South Georgia, better known as Moultrie, they have raised the records across the state that other teams have not been able to pass. Being in hunt for a region championship would mark their first one since 1999 and their first state championship since 1994. The Packers have the team that can do it, but will they knock down their opponents or just slip by to achieve one or both of these goals? This paper will cover my next topic. This paper is on the history of Packer football. This year marks the Colquitt County Packers' 100th year of playing Packer football. For this community, nothing will be better than to bring home the stacked trophy. But for all of the opponents, that gives them one more reason to play their hardest against the Pack. Colquitt County went through many drastic losses starting in the 2000 season. Was it because of the new millennium? No one knows. But we went through 3 different coaches until 2008. The coach prior to 2000, Coach Jim Hughes, was the only coach in Packer history to win a state championship and the last coach to win a region championship. Colquitt County is now under Coach Probst. Coach Probst moved to Moultrie after coaching the Hoover Bucks and Hoover, Alabama to 5 state championships in a 9-year period, and he was in hopes of renewing a once greatly known South Georgia football team. That is exactly what he did. Now let's move on to Friday Night Lights and let's fast forward to the 2013 season. The Packers opened up their first game against the Grayson Rams in the Georgia Dome at the Colquitt County Classic. The Packers knocked them down with a 21-6 lead. Man, Moultrie needed that after the emotional loss from the officials' poor game calling in 2011. Then it was number 1 versus number 1 against neighboring states. Georgia versus Alabama in the highest classification of high school football. The Packers head coach, Coach Probst's former school, Hoover High, and his new school, Colquitt High, were scheduled to meet. The Packers were known to go in the game as an underdog. In the Hoover Met, which seats 15,000 people in the heart of Hoover, Alabama. With the only loss so far in the season to Hoover, the Packers are looking to open up region games at Martin Stadium, home of the Lambs Vikings, with a win. Both teams' offenses and defenses are practically equal. Lambs is still known for a team that stole Colquitt County's play signals and relaying them to the press box in 2012. The Lambs coaches will hardly acknowledge the Colquitt County coaches. That holds them to the count of the team that would want to play the Packers harder than any other team all season. For the Packers to have a win at Martin Stadium, it would be the first since 1999, and that's exactly what they were after. With the All-State Division I defensive tackle Jemias Pittman out for the next 8 weeks, that could have hurt Colquitt, but he has an almost equal replacement. The Lambs Vikings and the Colquitt County Packers both entered the Concrete Palace to start the Region 1-6A conference on Friday, September the 27th. From the start of the season until this date, November 8, 2013, the persistent Packers have won all of their region games, putting up a numerous amount of points, except for the loss of the number 1 school of Alabama, Hoover High. Now in for a region championship, they will travel to Kingsland, Georgia, this Friday to meet the Camden County Wildcats. Both teams are ranked in the top 10 in Georgia, with Colquitt County being number 1. The Packers and the Wildcats are both looking to win this final game of the regular region season on Friday night. Whichever teams wins will accept the 2013 1-6A victory. Camden and Colquitt both have an overall record of 8-1 and a region record of 5-0. The Camden County Wildcats are under a new coach, Coach Jeff Herring, but he is still holding on to the wing T tradition. Last Friday night games were very important. Colquitt winning over Coffee, Camden winning over Lowndes, and Lowndes winning over Brunswick. Each of these games set up that Lowndes will hold the 3rd seed and Valdosta will hold the 4th seed of the region. Who will hold the 1st and the 2nd is still undecided until the time runs off the clock Friday night in Kingsland. Okay? Flip your paper over to the back. With a loss to Camden Wildcats, that confirmed the Packers the number 2 seed in the region. Now it's playoff time across Georgia, and every team that is in the playoffs have great football athletes and techniques for the game. Colquitt County has the highest number of playoff games played in the past 4 years than of any high school history in the state of Georgia. With that being said, the Colquitt County Packers' dream of a 2013 6A Region 1 championship did not make it across the goal line, but the clock has not run out for 2013 6A Georgia High School Association state championships. Are there any questions? Thank you.